So our first stretch is a wall tricep stretch, and there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can either go for more of a lateral position. What you're aiming to do is open out the tricep here. You can also go face onto the wall and effectively do what we would do in a kneeling tricep stretch, or you can go for a manual stretch. Whatever's helpful in you getting that tricep stretch. You're going to hold for a couple of minutes per side. We then have a wall cobra. Now Chris went through a variation of this on the wall. I'm just going to take it down to the mats for this one, and then I'll talk you through what you need to do for the wall cobra. So your cobra is going to go in 3 stages. First we have sort of a low back opener, and then we can take that into a full cobra. But if you're in this position, if you see here my shoulders are right up by my ears, what we're looking for in the cobra is for you to pull shoulders back and down and away from the ears. If that's comfortable, you can also think about lifting the chin and pushing the chest up and forward. Of course, if that's quite easy for you, then you're going to take that against the wall. Hands are going to go slightly higher up the wall, and we're looking for that opening position again. We then have a ballerina stretch, so you need something that is at height. You're going to come to standing, place one foot on a chair, if you've got something like a footstool, or we're going to use the side of our sofa. Foot goes on, edge of the sofa, whatever you've got, and then you can either leave it here, and this might be enough for you to stretch out the hamstrings. If that is okay, bear in mind we don't want to put stress through the back of the knee joint. You're then going to tilt forward, taking your hands down towards your toes. Reaching the toes is not the objective in this. What you're trying to do is open out this hamstring without putting stress through extending that knee joint. So in order to do that, stand tall and then think about creasing forward from the hip to get the stretch. If you want, you can pull the foot up towards the toes. This is going to add a little bit of a nerve stretch. If that's a bit intense, point the toes away. We then have a basic forearm stretch. So you can come down to seated, kneeling, and we can go for our forearm stretch this way. Whatever you feel more comfortable with. You can take it down to the floor if you want, and take your hands down to the floor and apply a stretch this way. And then finally we have a kneeling quad stretch. So I'm going to again show you a couple of variations in this. You can come into a 90-90 position, and you might find this is more than enough to get a stretch down the quad. If you feel like you want a bit more intensity to that stretch, you can come around, scoop the heel up towards the bum. Just make sure you've got a mat below your knee, so you're not putting your knee directly onto the floor. And again, you're just going to open out and hold for a couple of minutes per side. Just be mindful when you release that leg, you're putting direct pressure onto the knee, so the patella. So you want to protect that patella as much as you can. A cushion or a couple of folded up mats should do the trick. Enjoy that mobility session, guys.